What is up? What is up, takers? We are back with yet another episode. I go by the name of Tyler.
And I'm Layy. What's up, takers?
What's going on? Another Saturday episode.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here for another one, a run back. So we got a nice ones planned today. We have our real takes. We have our special, a very special guest in studio. We're going to talk about the amazing weekend that we had last week. So we have an amazing show ahead. So I'm super excited to jump right in. How about you, Ty?
Absolutely. I'm super excited. We had so much at the Randy Rosario show premiere. Had so much fun. It was so fun. So I'm excited to show you guys our behind the scenes, a day in the life of Ty and Layy. Also, this week has been personally rough for me. So I'm just trying to roll with what's going on in life. And, sometimes we are, we get that calling and it's time for us to go home. So I do want to dedicate this weekend's episode to a good friend of mine by the name of Brooke Upchurch. She is no longer with us. She has transitioned and she has been brought home. So I do just want to send our entire thoughts, prayers, condolences to her friends, family, and loved ones. Just another important time to recognize what people are going through. And, you may see somebody with a bubbly, infectious personality and, you may never know what they may be battling or those inner demons or things that they're battling on the inside. So just keep in mind, there are resources out there. And we use our platform every day to try and spread not only positivity, fun, and laughter, but to connect people that may need those resources. So I just want to send my condolences, our condolences,
Absolutely.
to the family. And just never, if you ever need to reach out to somebody, Layy and I are always open, even if we are complete strangers.
Yes.
There's resources out there. You guys can call the prevention line for crisis and mental health awareness. All you have to do is pick up your phone, call, text. That number is 988. And even just sharing this video today or sharing that information with somebody you love can make a difference. Saving one life is saving 1,000 in my book.
Absolutely. And I'm sending my love to you and her family. So I definitely make sure you're reaching out. Someone loves you, someone cares, and sometimes it's better to talk to a stranger. So absolutely. And so moving on to a more lighthearted topic. I think it's time for us to get into our real takes.
Let's do it.
I definitely think we got some good ones to talk about today, Ty. So I think that it is time to let's jump right into our real takes. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So I was talking to a friend.
Okay.
And we were talking about marriage. I had one of my very close sorority sister. She just was proposed to in Italy. So shout out to you, Mel. Congratulations.
Yes.
And it just kind of got me thinking about marriage in general and the bond. And it used to be something that we people looked at like it's forever. But I guess my question is now, is marriage really a forever thing? Because you see people getting divorced and prenups and all types of stuff surrounded by divorce, and almost like you think about divorce like prenup wise before you even can get to the marriage. So Ty, what do you think? Is marriage still forever?
I want to say yes. I think for me personally, I want to have that special somebody that I call forever with and build and grow together and be able to travel the world and create new opportunities and support each other's dreams, goals, ambitions, what have you. But I was also just talking about this recently with one of my good friends, and I was telling him, like, when it comes to these dating apps, especially like within the LGBTQ community, there's I know several couples that are married, have been married, or have been together. And I'm not going to lie, both of them are on these dating apps separately. And I'm like, to me, it's like, that's not the kind of marriage I want.
No.
When I'm married, I want to be with my partner. I want to have a loving family. I want to be able to support and be there and love each other 24/7. I don't want nobody else. And absolutely. I know this is opening a whole different discussion, but I honestly think nowadays it's like you said, people are paying more attention and having that backup plan if things go completely the opposite direction. And it really makes me think, is marriage more of a temporary thing?
Is it forever? And I'm a hopeless romantic. My favorite movie is Love Jones. I love The Notebook, and I love, if we're having movie nights, I want to do love stories, and Babe is more like, I want to watch blood and killing, and I'm like, no, I want to see someone get married, someone be a marital bliss, babe. And so I'm a hopeless romantic, right? So I believe in marriage, and I am a woman of faith. I know we talked about, we pray
Every episode, every episode.
every episode. And I am a woman of faith. I do believe in marriage. I do believe it's a spiritual thing. However, I do think that in today's time, people don't stay married. Like, when's the last time you heard someone being married that, like, we are kind of younger, that's been like 10, 15, 20 years married? You don't see it anymore. You know what I mean? And I feel like maybe we're too quick to give up on marriage or like in relationships. Because I believe, like, I'm 25 right now. If me and Babe get married and make it to 60 years old, like, I'm not going to be the same girl I am today that I'll be at 60. Life will have happened, experience will have happened, children, grandkids, like, I mean, anything. So you grow. And I think sometimes going through those growing pains, a lot of people can't hang on. And I'm not even gonna lie, as a woman, I definitely think about, like, you have to play what if. Like, you have to, like, having that little bird's nest, like, separate account. You know what I'm saying? Like, keeping a little money on the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you can't have all the access. Yeah. So I definitely think that that's something to think about. But with marriage being spiritual, do you feel, because I know, like, my family, of faith, and do you think it would, if you married someone of different religion or belief, like, does that matter anymore? Like, do you feel like your family would be upset, or does that matter? Would you marry a person your family, like, didn't like, or especially for spiritual beliefs?
See, so for me, I consider myself spiritual personally. And I think that at the end of the day, obviously your family, your loved ones want what's best for you. Mm-hmm. Speaking on previous relationships, even my mom and my grandma have been there for me throughout, in times where they should have definitely been like, Tyler, you need to cut this off, let this die. And I think I am open-minded. I feel like I'm a person that can take away something from various philosophies, various religions. At one point I was studying Buddhism. Wow. And attending meetings. And so, like, I think I can take away something from everything.
Yes.
But you won't catch Tyler at the Jehovah's Witness. I do run when they knock on my door.
That
every Saturday and Sunday. Yep.
Everybody has a right to their beliefs, always.
And that's not dissing anybody's belief. As long as you're not harming yourself or harming others. I feel like if there was somebody that I bonded with and we could be together and support each other's differences respectively and not push our said beliefs onto the other person, I could be with somebody.
So you could be with someone that was of a different spiritual...
I could, yes.
Wow.
I don't, and to be honest, I just hope my family knows that, like, I'm going to pick and do what I feel is best for Ty.
Got you.
And I would hope that they would respect that and check me when I need to be checked.
I guess that's true. I think, because I know it's kind of like two questions. I asked two questions. I asked, like, would you be with someone your family didn't like? And then I also asked, would you be with someone of different spiritual beliefs, or if your family didn't like that, would that bother you? So it's kind of like three questions meshed in one.
You're just giving them all into one lump sum question.
It's all blending together on my handy brandy outline. So
shout outs for the rundown.
Hey. So personally, I have been with a person that my family did not like. It was hell. I would never do it again. Because it wasn't just that they didn't like him. They felt like I was estranged, like I was almost being held captive. And it was a lot of things that went into that. That's very, but I definitely do not recommend that. Being with someone that your family just does not like, especially if the relationship is toxic. But I also would not, I personally could not be with someone of a different spiritual belief than me, not in a romantic way. I just feel like I truly believe in being equally yoked. Do you know what that means? No? Ready for the ready for the breakdown. So when you're equally yoked with someone, it basically means in layman terms that you're balanced with them. So like my spiritual beliefs and my faith, that's literally how I live my life. Like
Every day.
I stand on that.
You sent us, there was a scripture verse this morning, right?
Yeah, I'm always sending stuff out.
At 5 a.m. Yeah. You definitely were. I woke up this morning and I was like, yes, scripture.
I'm always sending something out to because it's it's what I stand by. It's how I live my life, right?
Absolutely. And we need more of that.
Yes. So I feel like if I live my life, because it's not just my religion. Like I don't even identify with religion. It's my belief. I'm a woman of faith. Like so being with someone that does not have the same background,
it's not going to work.
It wouldn't work because it's literally how I raise that's how I plan to raise my family, my children,
your family, like, your ultimately your partner, your husband.
And I'm like, I am a person that's like, I have to, like when something's going on in my life or going on with Babe or in my family, I'm immediately like, it's time to pray, right? And I couldn't do that with someone that didn't serve the same God that I do. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? And I know I don't want to get too deep.
No,
I mean, we're giving our real takes, right? But
that's what we're doing.
I don't want to turn this into, Bible study.
It's not going to be Bible hour.
I don't want to take you to vacation Bible study.
It's Bible hour with Ty and Layy.
But listen, I do believe that it's very important to be equally yoked. And I believe my faith is my heart, is my foundation, is what I stand on. And it's kind of like if we're going through trouble and you don't believe that God is going to change it,
you can go.
It's like we can't
do this.
You have totally a right to your feelings, but as the head of my household, we gonna have to start saying, God, or you got to go. So that's just me, you know what I'm saying? But different strokes, different folks.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know, but okay. So kind of talking about what we would deal with, what we wouldn't deal with. What would you say, like, what are your marriage deal breakers?
Marriage deal breakers, first of all, let's strip it back a layer and go just to relationship. Because
okay.
Young 26 and look, like, I know what I want and I know what I want, and I'm not settling for anything less.
Period.
So
double dinged.
So that being said, I think it, and we talked about this last weekend, just positive communication. I feel like if you don't have positive communication, it ain't gonna work. I can't. Deal breakers, obviously, your standard, which would mean infidelity, cheating. I honestly, I want to be married and have a family, within the next couple of years. I'm not gonna put a time frame on it, but you got to support. You got like the whole goal. Like, why get married? Why go through that process legally if you're already foreseeing or predicting in the future that down the line there may be a prenup or there may be a separation or a divorce? It's like, don't set yourself up for failure. I believe like nowadays people are jumping in. People want to get married. People want to be in a relationship. People are so quick to title things. But honestly, working in the industry alone, it's hard to even allot the time that I would like to allot to somebody. And I just can't give that person that. And that's being so open and honest. Yeah. And I know like you don't want to have the conversation with that person, especially if you care deeply about them. But if you can't give them the time that they deserve, that's not fair to yourself. That's not fair to them. And maybe it's just not the right timing.
I think that's good what you're saying, because I know for me personally, and I'm gonna let y'all get my business for just one second.
Let's get up in there.
Because y'all know how I do. If you peeped the last show,
y'all saw last weekend's episode.
I don't give out my business. But if I'm being honest, I think in my past relationship, I knew it was over sooner than I let it be over. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get caught up in that person's feelings. And, oh, if I do this, it's going to hurt them. And sometimes you have to selfishly be like,
put yourself first.
You got to put yourself first. And you have to have those difficult conversations because it's saving you, but it's also saving them. It'll hurt. It hurts now to save you later. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that sometimes we get scared. You'll try to save yourself from a bump or bruise and throw yourself in the fire. Would you rather have a bump or a scratch, or would you rather have to be healing for all these burns and things that you went through the fire when God said, I didn't even want you to go through that. I tried to tell you.
You made your choice.
I tried to tell you. So I
tried
think
to
that,
warn you.
Yeah. So I just think that it's important. Like, I think that that's really good, like being strong enough in your communication to say how you truly feel, because your feelings are yours and you have a right to, and if you're with somebody that actually loves you, they're going to want to know how you truly feel. They're not going to want to, I don't want to be with anybody that doesn't want to be with me. If I'm not making you happy, I need to know that. Right. If I'm upsetting you, because the things that bother you, that irritate you, or you think is cute when you're dating, it gets worse. Mm-hmm. My mom tells me all the time, baby, they don't get better, they get worse. So if it's something, you meet a guy and he's never on time for a date, and you're just like, oh, he's running 5 minutes late. He's running 10, 15, 20 minutes late. 30 years from now, you're going to be like, Lay. He getting on my nerves because he late. It never gets better. It gets worse. All the things that bother you gets worse.
Shout outs to mom for that wisdom.
Mom always dropping knowledge. So, I mean, I do think that that's good communication and understanding that. But as a deal breaker, you don't think that could be worked on?
Some people just don't want to put in the work. I mean, if you're willing to work in reconstructing your communication skills with each other, then by all means, work, improve, take some time to reevaluate things. But if it's just not working, it's just not working. So for you, what is something that you just could not deal with? What is something that's like, it's a wrap, we done, deuces, out?
We talked about spirituality thing.
Anything else?
I don't do people with anger issues. Been there, done that. Will never do it again. Toxic, unhealthy. Like, I will never deal with someone who cannot control their anger.
Yeah.
That's a deal breaker. Let it be a deal breaker, takers.
I'm gonna add to that. I'm gonna also say physical.
Yes.
Physical domestic violence.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Run. It doesn't get better.
No.
It gets worse. It does not get better. They get worse. Because my mom always says the hardest time is the first time. It just gets easier.
Yeah, because then you're stuck in this realm where you think they're gonna change, or you want to. You're kind of living in a fantasy.
Oh,
because you and no, you can't help who you love. You know, when you fall in love with. They're gonna counter argue this. But when you love somebody, it is hard, and you want to build up that fantasy, but you need to realize that more than likely, statistics even show that if it happens once, it's going to happen again.
Yeah, it's going to get you flowers, cards.
It's going to get you to the point where you might be in the hospital. You might be pretty beat up or banged up. It could ultimately end in you no longer being here. So I think it's important, because I know there's people out there that are like, oh, I'm in this relationship. He did this, but there's resources. Get the help. It's out there,
and let them get the help by themselves.
Yeah. Don't try to be that.
You don't have to be supportive.
Don't be the fixer upper person, because
and don't fall for the okie doke. Oh, my dad used to. I was this as a child.
That's all right. It's a train of trauma.
That's
that needs to be broken.
That's right.
And you can only hope that it is going to be broken.
But
don't put that, and don't allow you to be manipulated and feel bad, because that's your life at the end of the day. And yes,
that's no. And on that note, Ty dropping the real tea. We helping. We try. Listen, that's what our real takes are all about. But listen, we're gonna take a quick break. But when we come back, we are celebrating Women's History Month. So with Women's History Month, we're gonna have our special guest come in, and I'm super duper excited for her to come.
Yes, I'm super excited. She is making such a difference in her community, and I'm super, super excited to talk to her. So that being said, don't go anywhere. You're watching and listening to Ty and Lay's Take today on Hot 93.97. Follow us on all social media, hashtag Ty and Lay's Take, and we'll be right back after this quick break with Chatara.
Welcome back, takers. It's your girl Layy, and I'm so excited because we have a very special guest in house. It's Women's History Month,
And Layy, she is making moves and making
Big
a
moves.
huge difference in her community. So I am so excited. We have been waiting so long for this interview. Joining us today is Shatara. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How are you both?
Yes.
Here, it's my girl's making big moves out here, doing amazing things for the community and breaking generational barriers.
Absolutely.
So I am so excited to hear all about it. So first, I want to know, what inspired you to start your nonprofit?
Long story. Well, let me start by saying that I grew up surrounded by domestic violence. I grew up around not only domestic violence, but sexual violence as well. And growing up in that, it became something that was almost normalized and something I was used to. So after graduating high school, I was pregnant. I immediately got married, not knowing or not even recognizing the signs of domestic violence prior to, being married. So I got into domestic violence with my ex-husband now. We had 5 children, and I not sort of, but I definitely reasoned or falsely reasoned with myself as to why I stayed in that situation for so long. It was until it spilled over onto my children. It just spilled over into my children that I just said enough was enough, and I ended up getting a divorce. And even after that, I got into a different type of domestic type of violence relationship, and this was verbal and mental abuse. But it was that relationship that led me into starting the nonprofit organization. That gentleman actually was the one who suggested starting the nonprofit organization. And the reason behind that is because I had began to be really sick in my marriage. And it spilled into, well, not spilled into, but it continued. I continued to be sick even throughout that relationship.
Now, when you say sick, do you mean physically ill or mentally, a little bit of both?
I would say both.
Okay.
What happened was I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And for 9 years, it was believed to be multiple sclerosis. But I was told by a neurologist and a psychologist that it was, in fact, conversion disorder, which is a disorder that you develop from experiencing extreme trauma and stress. So I kind of explain it like, if you're nervous and your hands are sweaty, or you might get a stomach ache, or, it's an over exaggeration of feelings. So yeah, so he suggested for me to start the nonprofit organization. Once I found out that I didn't, in fact, have MS, it was conversion disorder, I could literally get my life back, because I was experiencing symptoms like numbness, tingling, sight, vision loss. Sometimes I couldn't walk. Just very stressed out, very stressed out. And it's amazing how your body reacts to extreme stress. You know what I mean?
Now, how long were you married?
9 years.
9 years.
Wow.
And 5 children with him.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Just earlier before Shatara joined us, we were talking about that trauma in both domestic as well as emotional, being a survivor of a domestic violent type of relationship that went on way too long myself. We stress and use our platform to talk and bring awareness and try to provide people resources and outlets. What advice would you give to women, particularly out there that may be watching this, that may be in a type of situation that is very very
Toxic.
scary and toxic.
So domestic violence situations are very, very scary. They are life threatening. So my advice would, of course, be to get out, but you can't just leave. You have to create a plan. In some instances, you can leave, but there are many instances where you cannot. So devise a plan. Find some type of sense of support so that you can execute that plan the right way. Get out. It does not get better. It always gets worse. Get out. Get out. No one deserves to get treated that way. No one deserves to get hit. No one deserves to get manipulated, for your own selfish gain or endeavors. That's not right.
Now,
We're hitting home.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 And
I
I want to
see.
also thank you so much for using your voice and your platforms and your outlets. I know that's a lot of courage and bravery. So I just want to thank you so much. Coming from somebody that has been through similar situations,
You're
I really
welcome.
respect that. And
You're welcome.
You're doing amazing things. And
Thank you. Thank you. You tend to find your strength in the things that you went through. And I
absolutely.
encourage everybody, that goes through negative or opposing things like that to empower yourself so that you can empower others so that they don't have to go through the same thing.
Now, how do you empower yourself when you're in a situation like that? Tara?
Old saying, look at the bright side. Trouble does not last always.
Mm.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And recognizing and understanding that you are in control of that. And don't let anything or anybody influence you to think or feel different.
Now, how long were you in an abusive situation?
My whole life. My whole life, I witnessed abuse. My whole life, I went through rape, sexual molestation. Yeah, my whole life.
So, when you were in your marriage, were you suffering in silence? Did people know what was happening to you? Or
So
were
I suffered in silence for a long time, but people began to notice. But it was because I was around those who still haven't overcome those domestic violence situations, that nothing was done. And then too, they were scared themselves because this man was scary, very intimidating, and proven to be harmful, not just to us. So yeah,
But you survived.
Yes.
absolutely. Me and my children.
You got through it.
Yes.
And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you very
And just
much.
even on a personal level, because we
Mhm.
talked a little bit
Mhm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you already know.
Yes.
So, with that being said, you are a survivor.
Absolutely.
So, how are you helping women survive?
Well, okay. So the suggestion to start a nonprofit organization birthed Rebirth. I prayed about it. And that night that it was suggested to me, I created the name Rebirth. I created the logo, the same thing that it is today. And I really didn't know what a nonprofit was. All I knew was that you help people. So I started doing my research. I started getting out there in the community. And upon doing that, I realized I wasn't alone. I realized that there was a great need to help people and the resources weren't there. So doing the good for the community, just like giveaways and things like that, helped me to understand that this is not all there is to a nonprofit organization. How can I make a real difference? So I started purchasing properties because one of the things that we experienced, speaking about me and my brothers and me and my children, is homelessness. And I know that that's one of the greatest barriers in helping women and children going through domestic violence. Sometimes you flee, you don't have a place to go. You just leave. So I started buying properties and rehabbing them myself in order to house women and children going through domestic violence. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And now, how long has Rebirth been here with us? How long have you been established?
Since 2018.
Wow.
Yeah, since 2018.
So it'll be 5 years.
It'll be 5 years soon. Yeah. And I actually was going through homelessness when I started the nonprofit.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how do you survive homelessness, Shatara? If someone told you, I'm homeless, I don't know what to do, where to go,
Mhm.
what resources would you point them to? How would you encourage them?
Well, first we have to assess the situation. Why are you homeless? You know, why, there's many reasons why someone could be homeless. It could be they just don't have the income. You know, it could be they just don't have the support, or they just don't know what resources are available to them. So first is assessment, you know, into your situation for sure. It's tough out. Housing is one of our greatest barriers today. We don't have enough housing to suit the homeless population.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just knowing what their situation is first.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
when someone comes to you, like if someone is in need of your services,
Mhm.
how can they reach out to you?
They can-
What are the first steps?
But the first steps is calling me. Give me a call. If I don't have those resources, I always make sure that I connect them with the resources that they need. You can reach me at 313-603-2802.
Wait there one more
Mhm.
time. We gonna put that up so they need to get that. They need to get that information.
Yeah, get that
Okay,
information.
so what is it?
313-603
603
2802.
2802.
Yes,
They need to get all that information.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
the number is there on your screen, 313-603-2802.
Yes.
That's how you can reach her if you are in need of her services of rebirth. Now tell me exactly. So you purchase properties.
Mhm,
Are
mhm.
you helping just women who are
Mhm.
in domestic situations or that are homeless?
No.
Tell me more about rebirth. Like,
Okay.
who's reaching out to you? Who are you helping?
Everybody. Everybody at some time or point in their life needs help. I do food distribution every fourth Tuesday of the month. We serve over 300 people a month off of our food distribution. So if you're in need of food, call me. I'll let you know what times, or text me. Um, we also have a Women of Rebirth program, which is basically like candid talk for women that have gone through abusive situations, are in abusive situations, and just need that support. We also provide resources throughout that program as well. So if you're in need of hygiene products, if you're in need of, you know, whatever, we get our hands on a lot. We have tons of donations that come through in that regard, but we need more. So yeah.
So
Yeah,
how can we
absolutely.
donate?
Yes, I was going
how
to
can
say,
people
is there a
donate?
way that people out there that are watching or listening to us today that can get involved or donate our time or our resources,
Mhm.
or how can we help continue everything that you're doing in your community?
Well, one, you can call me.
That number was just up on the screen, and we'll make sure to plug it in the description of the episode as well and repost it on all of our social media.
Absolutely. You can also email me as well with service request at rebirth, ANPO, ANPO at gmail.com. I like to do a lot of my things discreetly. Right now, my website is getting worked on. I apologize. But those are the two ways definitely that you can reach out to me if you would like to support, whether with in-kind donations, monetary donations, or you need services. Please feel free to reach out to me. Absolutely reach out to me.
Now, what do you want people to remember about you and what you've done? What do you want your legacy to be with Rebirth?
That I never gave up. And that I actually care. I pride myself on building and running an organization that really does care. I don't get funding. Everything is done out of my own pocket.
You need to get it together. I can't even hear you right now.
or me going to different business to business, like, hey, this is what I have going on. Can you assist me? Can you help me? No matter what, I know that in my movement, in my ministry, which this is, that it's gonna be blessed, because it is a blessed work. No matter what, God is gonna provide. Period. And that's how I just keep going. A lot of the properties that I've obtained, I haven't even paid for. They've been given to me, or they have allowed me to utilize the facilities. I want to say something.
Please.
I'm excited about. I just gained an amazing partnership, and I am now in possession of a 60-bed shelter that is ready to go to house women and children. Yeah. Yes, ring that bell. Absolutely.
Yes.
So I'm very emotional about this. It's something I have been working on. I feel it's been a journey that I've been going through my whole life. And I'm very, very happy to be able to provide that to so many people in need. But I need funding. I need funding to run this program. It takes money to take care of people. So that's what I'm shooting for right now. Different levels of funding. So if you can help, please reach out.
Yes,
Please reach out.
We are going to put this is the email. Okay.
Yes.
It's Rebirth. AN P as in Paul.
Yes.
Oh. At Gmail.
Yes.
And then also the phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Get your screenshot that now. The phone number is 313 603
Mm-hmm.
2802. That's if you need help,
If
you
you're
need
interested in
research,
donating.
donations. We need it. Tara.
My heart is filled. My cup has run it.
So look, as well, I'm telling people, you can make all checks payable to Rebirth, the nonprofit organization as well.
Yeah, definitely need to
Boom.
spell that right. Let's spell that right. So check.
Yes, checks payable, please.
Okay.
But no, listen, seriously. Like I'm a mom I'm a single mother of 5.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
I've learned that closed mouths do not get fed. I used to be very, very prideful, and trying to prove that, hey, I'm, no, independency gets you nowhere.
No.
You have to work together in order to accomplish goals. You can't simply do it by yourself. Like I said, at some point in time in your life and different areas of life, you're gonna need assistance. And I definitely do need support. I definitely do need that help. That's just it.
And we are so happy
And
that
we
you
are
on our platform.
We are
That helps.
family.
you.
You are a part of the Taker family, and
Thank
we're gonna
you.
definitely thank you so much again for sharing your story today with us. And if you guys are watching or listening out there and you can get involved, please, or if you need services, don't be afraid to reach out. And I hope you allow us to have you again on down the road, and we're going to continue to
Absolutely.
follow your journey and see all of the incredible things that you're doing. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right. That being said, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we are going to show you a day in the life of how much fun we had last weekend at the Randy Rosario show premiere at in Royal Oak. So don't go anywhere. You're listening and watching Ty and Lay's Take today on Hot 93.97.
takers? You're tuned back into Ty and Lay's Take today. Super, super excited. We just had an amazing interview with Shatara. I think, which was, I can still feel her energy in the room. Like she came in and she just completely just made my day. She could totally made my day. So I'm so excited about that. So y'all make sure you donate and reach out if you are in need of assistance because she is the real deal, 100% the real deal. So with that being said, I think it's time to move on so we can talk about the weekend that we had.
Let me get my book.
Yes, listen. No, that this past weekend we had an amazing experience. We were invited to be at the premiere of the Randy Rosario show, and it was absolutely incredible in Royal Oak. And I mean, I don't even think words could do our experience.
Not
justice.
at all.
I don't even think words could do it justice. So lucky for you, we were able to do a nice little day in a life.
Y'all got to see us before the beauty.
They got all of it. Our business.
Y'all actually get to go in Ty's bedroom.
Yeah,
for a brief moment.
They got all in our business, definitely. So I think the only thing we can do now is just let them see.
Yeah, let's run the clip.
Let's do it. What's up, takers? It's your girl Layy, and I'm so excited. I'm kind of taking you through my day because we have the Randy Rosario premiere today, and I'm so
in 5.3 miles, take exit 229.
What's up, takers? It's your girl Layy, and I'm so excited. I'm kind of taking you through my day because we have the Randy Rosario premiere today, and I'm so
in 5.3 miles, take exit 229 to merge onto I-696 West.
That's my GPS because I'm running errands right now. I know I look a little different than when I do off camera. This makeup has been breaking my face out. I got Hold on, y'all. Let me get it together. Charge it to my head, not my heart.
Hey, now's the time that y'all can download our free 9397 Network app. Hit up your Google Play, Apple App Store. Go right ahead and download it. It's free. You can create a free social media account. Everything free. You get to interact with us, our incredible lineup of other talents and shows. You get to see behind the scenes. It gives you all access. All you got to do is search in your app store, 9397 Network. And yeah, download the app, tune in.
What's up, takers? It's your girl Layy, and I'm so excited. I'm kind of taking you through my day because we have the Randy Rosario premiere today, and I'm so
in 5.3 miles, take exit 229 to merge onto I-696 West.
That's my GPS because I'm running errands right now. I know
All right, so don't worry, technical difficulties, but we're going to make sure that you all can see that video. We're going to give you a day in the life. It was such an amazing time. We had so much fun. I want to shout outs to the one and only
producer Bay.
Yes, making things happen.
To our producer Bay, Rachel, shout out to you. You are our girl. She was able to get us to that premiere where we'll definitely post the video to our social media, all of our social media. So y'all make sure that y'all follow us on Facebook at Ty and Lay's Take. Make sure you follow us on Instagram
at Ty and Lay's Take.
And make sure you follow us on Twitter at
Ty and Lay's Take. Also, if you haven't, also be sure to check out Randy Rosario. That show is going to be dropping next month on Tubi.
Yes.
So super excited. You can also pick up her books. This is just one of them.
Wait, no, you had to
oh, come on, Lay. You got your book signed.
I got my book signed. You got your book signed.
I got my book signed too.
Yes. Randy was absolutely, I really enjoyed meeting her. She was absolutely amazing. This is my book. My book was co-parent like a boss. Okay. So it was amazing. It was written by her and Allie B. Ray. And I really enjoyed it. It's a really simple read. So if you are having going on a flight or just have a minute on break, it's not super thick, but I really enjoyed my book and she signed it, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it was amazing.
Yes, and it says Lacey, I am going to be your mentor.
Yes, I got it in writing, so she can't deny me. Yes. So, and what did she sign yours, sir?
Mine says, Tyler, thanks so much for the love. Heart.
Oh.
And I want to tell you, this book talks about goals and really taking the time to meditate. I learned about so many different meditation techniques and different types of guided meditation. And just overall, if you got a lot on your plate or your brain is constantly going, definitely would recommend reading this. I'm ready to swap books with you. Don't worry, I'm not going to keep yours.
No, you can't keep it.
I'm not going to keep it, but I do want to swap with you so that we can read each other's.
Yes. She looks so pretty on the front of the cover. She's even prettier in person.
She is. Her dress. Did you see the photo of her at the theater with her little slushy drink? She gave.
Cute. She did. I mean, her hair, her everything she did. It was
beautiful. She's just a beautiful individual all around.
Absolutely. And the premiere was very intimate too. Like, it wasn't too many people. It was very close friends and family. It was such an honor to be able to do media coverage for her. So definitely check out that video on our social media platforms. You will not regret it. It was super funny. Ty is hilarious. So we take you all the way through us getting ready to us actually getting there and then after. So it was really an amazing experience. And she'll actually be here next week, or she'll be here tomorrow. With her podcast, Tonight's Conversations Live. So if you're in the Detroit area, make sure you guys follow her on her social media and get some tickets for her tonight's conversation. So it's going to be lit. Definitely.
It's going to be a good time for sure. Always. That being said, are we going to go ahead and dive into the You Pick 93, 97?
I think it's only right that
it's
we
time.
get into
So let's explain a little bit before we run the song that one.
No, definitely.
So basically every week we post two different songs from two different artists. It could be a new song that just came out recently. It could be a throwback song. And you can take to our Facebook page and Twitter. You can leave a comment on the Facebook post if you want to tell us which song you want or why, or how you feel about those artists that are in the running. Or you can jump on Twitter and you could take our Twitter poll and you can vote that way as well. And then every weekend on the show, we play the winning song, and then you'll hear that song constantly on rotation throughout our network and platform if you are tapping in with us through the free mobile app and listening live.
Yes. So I think without further ado, can we know what the You Pick song was?
Yes, the winner. And I believe it was
Usher.
I don't have the percentage. It was like 90 something.
Yeah, I think it was 96.
96.
Let me verify.
Let's pull up our own Twitter poll real quick.
Let's pull it up.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
Right.
And the winner, yes, with 91% of the votes, running up against Brandon's Elastic, is the one and only Usher with Glue. It's his newest track.
Yes, Usher. Y'all know that's my man in my heart. So let's go ahead and let you guys enjoy that tune. And when we come back, we'll have some exciting things ahead.
Absolutely. You're listening and watching Ty and Lay's Take today on Hot 93.97.
physical and mind. So tell me just, does that mean that you get all your orgasms, baby? Oh, I'm gonna make sure, absolutely sure, tonight. Oh, this liquor, let's go right back and forth, let's go back, go shit. Woohoo, I just love that groove. That's nice how you really start touching. It gets all on you, all on me. And we're stuck in. That's when that groove done got you. Hey, you looked at me, told me to take. Ran my neck, put it on my face. Them open lips told me to get inside. Then you told me to come around the other way. Ooh, I guess that's how you act when you really want somebody. Don't know how much more that I can take. All this licking your lips, going back and forth. Get wide open, watching your back. So I just love that groove. That slides down your whenever we start touching. It gets all on you, all on me. From fucking, that's when that groove done got you. Hey, when it's all on you, it gets all on you, all on me. I'm stuck in. That's when that groove done got you.
All right, what is up, Takers? You guys are joining us back in studio. It's Ty.
Okay.
We are back. I am still with. So, I just needed it. It's gonna be a long day today.
Definitely.
So, yeah, thank you guys so much for tapping in.
Yes.
We're gonna Lay's got a game for us.
I mean, I'm always playing games.
She's always got the game.
Yes. So
Bring it out.
So I was watching the Jennifer Hudson show, and people were saying that her and Coco Jones actually look alike. And I never thought about it. And when I saw the pictures, I was kind of like, they kind of do look alike, right? So it's got me thinking, like, I want to play a game where we play to see if celebrities look alike, and we're gonna call this game "Can You See It or Not?"
Cute, creative, and corny.
Yeah, you know,
The three
that's what I do
Cs.
best. So, got a game for you guys here. So let's see.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. So, can you see it or not? My cute little. Let's see. We got Cassie or Carucci. Do you think they look alike? You don't see it? I think like maybe like cousins.
They could be cousins.
Think so?
But she's like, isn't that, baby, tell me how you like it. Tell
Yeah.
me if you like
Look at you
it.
knowing what to say.
Think I'm about to make a move.
Now,
I saw her. I think she was like at the Thanksgiving Day parade in Detroit years ago. And I was like, I was little. And I'm like, yes, I know that song. It's on my Spotify. But yeah, I can see it a little bit. Carucci, what is she up to? Does anybody know?
we gonna have to see what's trending. Okay. So okay, so this is the question. Can you see it or no? If you can see it, ding. If not,
I
okay.
can see it.
Okay, can see it. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so now we got Zoe Zaldana
Zoe Saldana, yeah.
and Thandie Newton.
I need my readers. Where my glasses at?
Let me see.
I can see it. I'm good. No.
No?
No. Do you see it?
Like I said, like cousins. Like if they said they were cousins, I wouldn't be like cousins.
My right eyebrow is arched.
Not feeling it.
I don't see it.
Can you see it or no? Nah. Okay. Let's see.
Ryan Seacrest. Oh my God, he looks like that in actuality in real life too. If y'all want to see a clip, Baby Tyler interviewed Ryan years ago.
Really?
It's up on our YouTube page. Y'all can check it out.
Oh.
He looks exactly like that.
He looks good.
I don't know who that second person is though.
Thandie Newton is not who that is.
Oh, I was gonna.
I was like,
because I was gonna say,
that
was it Thandie,
was
the last
Thandie,
person?
That was the last person.
Sorry, person that you are.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's
Hold on,
okay.
I'll tell you who it is. That's my bad. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Speaking of Ryan, he's not doing the Live with Kelly and Ryan show anymore. It's gonna be Kelly Ripa and her husband.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's gonna be
That's
interesting.
gonna be interesting to say the least. Okay. Well, so his name is Joel McHale. Joel McHale.
Is
So
he an
sorry
actor?
with that. Joel McHale. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
I don't know who he is. There's people say they look alike. So I did like a little poll with close fans, and they're like, "Well, I think this will be good." So I'm like, "Okay, let's see." But I don't know what does he do. Somebody comment and tell us what he do.
Happy Saturday.
All right, that's what this kind of day we're having. Video unload got messed up with it, but it's okay. 'cause-
Hey, trials and tribulations ultimately end up in triumphs.
and now that.
Oh, you like that? We didn't even get to the tie. We didn't get to the tie.
You're dropping the motivation too quick. No, so let's see. Now.
Chelsea Handler and Elizabeth Banks. Yeah, mother, daughter, sister.
You see it? You can see
Identical almost.
it. I do. She definitely looks. Elizabeth looks a lot younger than Chelsea in this picture to me. No, you don't see that.
They look the same age. But can we go back a little bit? So I got some heat what I said about whoever that was in the slit dress, and I said she's too old. I took some heat for that comment. I got some heat. It is what it is. I'm just real. Yeah, you better drink out of your Ty and Lay's Take Today coffee mug.
You got yours today.
I
too.
did. I
You
brought
got
mine. Where you at?
That
Layy?
look-
I don't even. Cheers.
Cheers.
Is that how you do
That
that?
look
Okay.
good.
Did we do that dynamically correct with these shots, producer?
I think so. One of us got it. So okay.
The shade. One of us got it.
One of us got it.
Stage left or stage right?
Oh, this.
So
I
yes,
can't even think
you're
right
saying
now.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say I do think that they look alike, but I think it's giving more like older aunt, daughter,
Not mom
niece.
and daughter.
I could see mom and daughter, but if you're saying mom and daughter, that means you think Chelsea looks older.
Yeah, because somebody has to look older. I don't.
She looks.
They look
older.
the same age to me.
No, her skin looks better, but maybe it's because this picture is like cropped or photoshopped or whatever. But okay, we'll just move forward. So, Regina Hall and Regina King. Now, this one actually surprised me because I did not even put that together. Like, y'all think they look alike? I personally, I don't see it. It's a nah for me. I don't really see them looking alike for real. What do you think?
Same name, but I don't think they look alike.
So it's a nah.
It's a no.
Next.
Anna Hathaway and Amal Clooney. So that's George Clooney's wife on the
Yes.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can see it. I can see that. I could see them being like sisters. I could see sisters. Concur with the bill. Okay, let me see. Now let's see who's this next one here.
Who is it? Jeff Bridges and Kurt Russell? I don't know who either of those people are.
No,
Actors? Movie directors?
I know Kurt Russell is an actor.
Is he related to what's the other Russell? I'm thinking Russell Simmons.
I'm like, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
But
who
you
I'm
know what?
thinking of.
Let me not lie, because I don't even know if he is an actor or not. We need to start doing our research, okay? Because
I promise you, we are very educated and intelligent
we are
for the most part.
See, I'm highly educated and motivated.
All right,
I
here she
just had-
goes. Here she goes.
I just had an off day. Yeah, he's an actor. I thought I recognized him. He is an actor. Yeah, Kurt Russell is an actor. He's been in some good movies. Let me see what he done been in. He's been in Overboard, The Christmas Chronicles. Yeah, he was on the Santa. He played the Santa in that
Bad
movie.
Santa?
Not Bad Santa. Like the Christmas movie. Okay, whatever.
All
Let's
right.
move forward. Fine.
Next.
Okay, well, do they look like
Oh,
to you?
just skip
Can
right
you
over
see?
them.
Right? Can you see it or not?
Yeah, they're both.
Old.
I was. They're. Never mind. Can we?
So
yes.
you could yay or
Now,
nay?
I don't know.
I can see
I mean,
like
if you
brothers.
throw some glasses on Jeff, they could be brothers.
Okay, I'm gonna ding it.
the bell.
Okay, so we can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see now. Our next one.
Hey,
Now who is that?
wait a minute. It's my sexy curls.
So we got our Ty, and Prince Harry. Can you see it?
Lay, do you think I look like him?
I can see you being like his younger brother.
I could kind of see it.
You can see it a little
I'll
bit.
take that over. What do people tell me I look like Ed Sheeran, and I'm like, no, we're just both gingers. We don't look nothing alike. Not all gingers look the same, okay? Gingers matter. Ginger lives matter.
Ginger lives matter.
We're becoming instinct. Instinct. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Lives matter. Not gender lives matter.
Don't add a
I
sidebar
gotta
into
put
that.
on there. I gotta put that on there.
I could see it. I could be his younger brother. Hey, does it come with like the royalty? Oh, well, isn't something going on in the royal kingdom?
I mean,
They got a
some
lot going on,
things
don't they?
on. I mean, they with the
I
loss
wanna-
of the queen and
And then
over
what is it? The son and his wife are going. Aren't they like the family is arguing with the wife or the?
There's
It's a
some.
mess.
They have some family,
There's
some affairs, but we're gonna do the research and we're gonna bring it back on trending today, maybe next week, y'all. So okay, so then our last one.
Oh,
I get this comparison. Like people think that I look like her. It's me, Layy, me. Hello.
Get back up
And
when
Carrie
he knocks you
Hilson.
down, knocks you down.
I've forgotten that. That picture looks a little pixelated, so it's harder to see.
I see it. No, I see it.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Do you yourself see it?
I mean, I can see it. I think that Carrie Hilson is beautiful, so I
Beautiful.
really do take it as a compliment. Like, if you think I look like her, like,
Thank you.
thank you, do it.
Do it. No,
That-
I'm gonna let you do it.
Look, I stole the bell.
You did.
I stole.
That's why if y'all could see like an overview. That's why it's in the middle.
Yeah,
'Cause I knew she was gonna take.
you know, gotta do what you gotta do, right? So, okay, but I think that is the end of our game. So we finally got through. Can you see it or not? And
Or not?
we've seen it for pretty
good
much
amount.
everybody.
Yeah.
I think I did good.
I think it was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, I had fun. So that was good.
All right, let's dive right into what's been trending today and this week.
Oh, we got it. What's going on social media?
Oh,
manager?
y'all know Tyler came with
the
stories.
papers.
All right,
Yes.
so yeah, everybody, this is from New York. Everybody is talking about former president, and I say president in quote marks. That's just a personal thing that I do. Former president Donald Trump is he's got something going on. Apparently, there's been a lot of media attention. He went on, I think it's called Truth Social, which is an independent like social media platform that's similar to Twitter, but not Twitter because he can't be on Twitter. And he basically had posted on that platform that he's being arrested on Tuesday. It's obviously Saturday, and he's still not behind bars. But there's currently an ongoing case with the grand jury weighing in on whether or not they're going to be charging him. Apparently, he was paying adult film star Stormy Daniels some hush money. So they're saying that a verdict is going to come sometime this coming week. So we're going to ride out this weekend and
Dummy.
just sit down somewhere.
That's all I can say.
Sit down somewhere.
Literally.
I just want to know, where's Ivana? I want to know where she is. Because, all the best. All the best to y'all.
I'm so over him. Like I'm over Trump as a person. Like I'm tired of talking about him. I'm tired of talking about his presidency. I'm tired of talking about his dumb mistakes. Like I'm just so over him. Like Trump is just with his policies, with his thought process, his followers. Trump is just, I'm just over him. Like I feel like he's just overrated at this point. Like it's not even about his political views for me, like, or all of that. Like it's just, I'm just tired of hearing about him. So, indicted. He should have been indicted if you ask me. So what do you think, Ty? What do you think is up with him?
I am just so sick of hearing it. I say lock him up and be done with it. Moving on. Lock him up. What more do you want me to say?
I guess nothing. So what you got?
All right, so Layy, be careful. Apparently, there's been a recent outbreak in the Center for Disease Control and Prevention have revealed a new type of fungus, and it's probably going to be butchered by the name, but it's called Candida auris, and it's spreading rapidly through the U.S. healthcare facilities. It's also known there's been cases linked to this fungus being doubled back in 2021. And it's actually said to have infected at least 12 people in Mississippi and may be responsible for 4 deaths. So yeah, we're talking germs. We're talking.
Oh.
Yeah. It says that it's similar along the lines of like yeast infections or infections that are called thrush.
Okay.
Which are caused by other species that are similar to this new disease or bacteria. And it can be spread from either person-to-person transmission or by people coming into close contact with contaminated surfaces. And your standard Lysol wipes, Lysol disinfectant, it's not going to help. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to kill the bacteria.
So what are we supposed to do? Just die?
Look, I can't tell you. We survived the pandemic, so y'all
Amen.
gonna have me going back to putting my groceries on the front porch and wiping down everything. Yeah, I'm gonna revert backwards. I'm gonna come in here next weekend with the show, do the show with my mask. Don't play with me. So yep, just that's the latest that people are talking about when it comes to public health and health in general. So those with weakened immune systems, or if you are immunocompromised, you are at a higher risk for this infection. And be on the lookout if we have family members, loved ones that are in nursing homes or in the hospital. They are more prone for this fungus that may be deadly.
Oh, that's good knowledge. Keep you some hand sanitizer. That's all I hear.
I'm ready to put some on right now.
I mean, honestly, look, we not even strapped in the office.
I got some in my bag. So
yeah,
we'll be good on the next break.
Okay.
All right.
Big bet.
So y'all have probably seen the videos. You've seen the photos. I just feel so bad for him. I really do. Rapper, music artist Tekashi 69.
Oh Lord.
He was brutally attacked at a LA Fitness in Lake Worth Beach. The video's been circulating all over Twitter. And actually, though, back in 2019, a U.S. attorney actually went ahead and said that Tekashi 69 is going to be forever having to look over his shoulder. So he cut himself a deal, I believe, and he did end up snitching and testifying against fellow gang members, which ultimately led to other rappers and former fans to label him as a snitch. So Tuesday night, I guess he was working out at the gym. He didn't have security with him, and they came in and it looked like it was the gym locker room, and they attacked him. And we don't stand for violence, but that video is graphic. So full disclaimer, we're obviously not sharing the photos of the videos out of respect to everybody involved. But what's your thoughts?
I mean, I'm not for violence. I don't advocate for violence. I think it's unfortunate that he was attacked. Um, but I do think that the person that said that he is gonna have to always look over his shoulder, like
The U.S. attorney.
the U.S. attorney. I mean, that's real because he didn't just snitch. He publicly talks about it. Like it's not like he was a secret informant or he snitched or I mean, people. I guess you're not dumb. You know who knew and you can put together who kind of told, but to just I don't know. I feel like you told on yourself. And obviously in that world,
That's not something to play with.
no. And I read a lot of urban fiction. Ashley Antoinette is my favorite author. Shout out to her. She's actually from Flint. Whoop whoop. But I don't I read about it, but I'm not really about that life. So, but I do know everybody says it all the time. Snitches get stitches. So, I mean, and you told on yourself. So, I don't think that it was right. I don't think that him being beat up was right, but I also think that, every decision has a consequence, good or bad. You know what I mean? So, if you're going to play that game, you got to know what that comes with.
Absolutely. TMZ did report that he did suffer injuries to his face, jaw, ribs, and back.
Oh, they towed him up
during the attack. And one of the men in the videos is seen saying while they're kicking him repeatedly and punching him to take a picture because that's how they want to be famous. So apparently,
but that's sad too, though, Ty. Because the reality is, they'll walk. Those people that jumped him will probably they'll be in the club and they'll be like, "Oh, you the one that got him," and let me get you a shot or da da da. Like people,
but
really
you got to know what you're putting yourself into. That's a world that is not cut for everybody.
No,
and if you want to be a part of that, you got to know what you're signing yourself up for. And he's had a couple different incidences as well prior to this, fighting and altercations, to my knowledge. The rapper's attorney saying that he plans on contacting federal authorities and getting his client protection that he needs. Real quick, because we like to share all of the stories, all aspects of each story. Yes. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is investigating what occurred at the gym, and they're asking for anybody with information to contact Crime Stoppers.
That's all we can do.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Well,
all right, Layy, this next one. I want to know, have you ever had somebody record you or record audio of you without your consent? Or have you not?
Record me? No. I've had people do the petty 3-way call thing. Like where someone they 3-way call you, but the person's on mute. That petty, corny, childish stuff. But I've recorded. What I'll say is not to my knowledge, but probably.
Music artist Bad Bunny is being sued by his ex-girlfriend for $40 million after she, Carlise De La Cruz Hernandez, she recorded a catchphrase of her saying "Bad Bunny, baby." I guess it's apparently like a drop or something that they use in the songs or whatever And she recorded it back in 2015. And then this was before, obviously, Bad Bunny became what he is today. He's the most streamed artist on Spotify, going for 3 years now.
Wow.
He's doing the thing. But apparently Bad Bunny's team reached out to her before there were songs that were released, and they did offer her $2,000 to use her voice. Does the money match the action?
But she did it when
back in 2015. So
this is before he was popping.
Yeah.
And that was her man
at the time.
But now she mad.
Now she mad because she sent it over to him, and he's got that voice memo, and he's putting it in these songs that are getting millions and millions of listeners and views and streams. So the team originally offered her the $2,000. She refused it, and then a couple
$2,000 flat, and he making money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the amount is doing what it needs to. That's kind of a crummy offer.
I think so too. I think are you? But my thing is, are you suing him because you mad, or are you suing him because you really feel like he owes you and he's not giving it to you? Like if y'all were still together, would you want your money?
I would hope so.
I mean, but
That goes back to having that separate account, even if
I
you're in a
mean, but
relationship.
that's what I'm saying. Like, would you should have been on that from the jump. Like, obviously, 2015, you're just helping him, whatever. Like, we all grinding, we all trying to.
Yeah.
Like, I get that, but like, I'm gonna support my man in any way I can. Like, if there's something I can do to help him, sure. But if he blew up and then you still using my vocals,
Layy, but days after, so they offered her the money originally. She declined. And then
$2,000.
Days later, no, I'm saying I would have declined as well. But days
Yeah.
later, they just went and released it. So
Oh,
could you imagine?
so-
It's out there.
So okay, so she was trying to handle the money or get something before the song was released.
Yeah. So when the
And
team came to
they-
her, she declined the monetary amounts that they offered. And then days later, the songs were released in her
Oh, well,
voice.
see, yeah, he messing up then.
And I mean,
He messing up. If you have to do the negotiation. Business is business. Personal is personal.
that's why you shouldn't mix the two.
No, you shouldn't. And I think people will use certain terms of endearment like, oh, we're friends, we're family. That's just, they might just be trying to get over on you. So,
And then apparently also outside of this situation, he's also causing some drama with Kendall Jenner's ex, Devin Booker, who plays for the Phoenix Suns. He name dropped or more so referenced Kendall's ex in the song, talking. I think it was like something about we got more heat than the Phoenix Suns or something. It was a real petty blow. Devin Booker ain't having it.
why he being petty? That's why she being petty.
But it's two separate women. Kendall Jenner and her.
Well, it's like, well, if he can be petty, I mean, they just seem like they was two petty people together.
So the ex of Bad Bunny, she's saying that the recording has been used in concerts and is arguing that its use amounts to gross negligence, bad faith, and worse still, an attack on her privacy, morals, and dignity. Sounds like she's got a valid argument. You can't go anywhere. I mean, she's probably got, and she's got people coming up to her like, "Oh, aren't you the girl? Aren't you the broad that's on the track?" Like, I mean,
So okay, well, how is she saying it? Like, is she
it's
saying
probably I haven't listened to it.
okay? Because I'm like, do it sound like they doing
It's probably sexy. I would only imagine. I don't know. Don't quote me.
I think the deal was done in bad faith. Definitely.
Moving along to our next topic. Candy Burris and Tamar Braxton.
That's it, Braxton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They apparently they're fighting.
Yeah. That's Tony Braxton's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. They're fighting.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me hear this.
Yep. So they Tamar slid into the Shade Room's comments on Instagram, and they apparently, she commented saying, "Imagine having the biggest ego for the most non-singing ass person in the music industry."
Who Tamar said that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
About Candy.
Imagine having the biggest ego.
like
Tamar is so good. She is so petty.
And going on to say that she also said that in the comments, as well as she was promoting her new song called Changed, which pays homage to SWV. So she said that about the music industry and the non-singing ass. And then she said, "Stream my new hit song Changed, where I pay homage to the amazing SWV." But the feud actually started when Candy had said, "We got to maintain the fees that we get." Another example, I don't want to speak on exactly the fees that they get, but all the time our fee was 3 to 4 times higher what their fee is. So why would we agree to split our fee and split it in half? Just so that means we are lowering what we get just so that they could say that they felt comfortable.
That was a lot.
It's a lot. Mind blown emoji.
Well, what do you think,
I think shady for commenting,
Tamar? Because it doesn't have anything to do with her.
but also allegedly when their feud first began months ago, Tamar had hinted that there was beef between the two of them and between Candy and her husband Todd Tucker. So this is something like this is a feud that's been ongoing.
Okay.
And
'Cause
I
okay.
don't watch them. I'm not.
I mean, I remember the last thing I remember hearing about them is like the Big Brother, where they like got things together from Big Brother, but like I don't know what I don't know. I just think they too
grown for the way they acting.
grown. That I'm glad. Good word, because I was gonna say something different.
Yeah, and then I guess Candy.
Like, get off social media.
Candy and the husband threatened Tamar at one point, but Candy is actually currently working on a project and joining forces with Nick Cannon.
We love him.
We love him. So I had to throw that in there. But they're establishing a new music group called. It looks like P Siren. I don't know. PSIRYN. So they're going to be doing that. All right. Y'all ready to keep up with the no, we're actually going to talk about
That was too much. I can't. Let's
You-
get our
you
mind
can't
right for a
digest it.
second, because like I'm just confused why everybody's mad. Why is everybody mad?
everybody always
Todd?
mad.
Why
Everybody
you
al-
mad?
On a lighter note, Michigan's own Lizzo.
Hey.
Hey girl, what's up? You know, we're here anytime if you wanna kick it with Ty and Layy. She took to her Twitter account asking her followers, and I want to ask Layy the same question.
Oh God, what's the question?
She said, "Would you rather have a partner that checks people out in public while you're together, but never watches porn?" This could be a whole take. A whole
Yeah, we
real
might
take.
make this a real take right now.
So yes, would you rather have a partner that checks people out while you're together in public but never watches porn, or have a partner that is addicted to porn but never checks out people in public?
Would I rather have a partner that won't check out, that will check out someone while you're with them but does not watch porn?
Yeah.
Or
Never
have a
watches
partner that watches porn but won't check other people out?
While you're thinking on that, I just want people to know, don't laugh at the way I'm holding my cup, because I'm strategically blocking the logo. So this is a good time for me to say, if you are a independent business owner,
Small business.
hint, Joshua Moore, I'm calling you out because I know you
Uh-oh.
have a coffee company and you're local. I'm waiting for my coffee. Layy and I want our coffee so that we
Definitely.
can promote,
I need
us.
something other than water in my cup.
because we don't want to promote the corporate brands unless we cutting deals and signing checks.
Period.
That being said, you know who you are. You're gonna watch this episode, and we need our coffee order.
We definitely need our coffee.
That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. I mean,
Hey,
tell the truth, shame the devil. So, okay. After deliberating, I
Dun, dun,
feel.
dun. the verdict is in.
I mean, if I had to pick,
They both sound terrible.
I mean, but I don't think I would be. This is the thing. I feel like you're asking me to, like, to me, watching porn. There's just so many levels. What is checking out? Are we touching? Are we trying to talk to, slide numbers? Are we just looking like, oh, she got a fat butt and keeping it moving? Like, that needs to be explained to me.
So and Lizzo didn't say this. She didn't.
Yeah,
specify.
I know. It was
But
sweet.
for
but
for the sake of the conversation, not acting on it.
just
Just
seeing
generally
something,
like be that like,
seeing something.
damn, she beautiful, or
But he does not watch porn.
yeah,
Or he does check, or he does not check people out.
but he has a porn addiction.
A porn addiction?
Addicted to porn. Have a partner that is addicted to porn.
I would rather have somebody that check people out. Not addicted to porn. I missed the addicted part. Not addicted. Not addicted.
That's a problem.
We too grown for that. No, that's not. If you are addicted, that's that's your thing. But when I say we too grown for that, I mean like if you, I that is something that I do think it's a serious thing. People have been addicted. Like it's not. I definitely think that it's a thing. So I shouldn't say people are too grown for that. I take that statement back. What I'll say is that that's not something I personally am going to deal with in a relationship. But I'm
so
also
that's a
not
deal
gonna-
breaker if you have a porn addiction.
Definitely.
I agree with you.
Addicted, and then furthermore, what are you addicted to? What are you watching? Are you watching like some?
Oh no, Lay, are you about to don't be bringing
I'm
out these
sorry.
categories?
I'm sorry.
Oh, we don't
I'm
even have
sorry.
that. We don't even have that. We just have coffee mugs right now, and don't worry, we got a whole merch line that's going to be rolling out soon. Pillows,
Stay
beanies. Stay
tuned.
tuned.
Because we know y'all want to sleep with us.
Y'all, can I skip over this? Y'all think she gonna know? Y'all think she gonna know? I don't want to answer this question.
And no, you better answer. No, she definitely gonna know. Tyler.
Not the government.
I had to throw the whole Tyler out there
All
in
right.
slow motion.
That sounds like my mom. Hey, mom.
Hey, mom.
I would say people's eyes wander, and if you're in a relationship, you might come across somebody that you're like, oh, they're attractive. Acting on it is completely different, and I'd rather take. I think this is like picking the less of the more evil. I agree with you. I would pick the first one. Yeah.
Take someone that checks out someone with you.
Compliments over the porn addiction.
I would just check them out with them. Let's check out people together.
Let's do it together.
Or I'm gonna check people out too.
Later. All right. So let's check in and see what the Obamas are up to.
Are we keeping up with the Obamas?
Yes, it's. I think hey,
that has a.
I thought of it.
You got to do it. That has a ring to it.
I would much watch and be more entertained by keeping up with the Obamas than keeping up with the Kardashians. Sorry, y'all. Never have been a fan. Always have been a fan of the Obamas. Michelle, she just released her new podcast called The Light Podcast, which is now available on Audible. That sounded like a free plug. Just saying, Michelle.
You hit us up.
But yeah, so I was talking, you had brought this up to me, and I mentioned that off the air, she was doing like something with Spotify.
Yes.
For the longest. During the same time that her like book came out.
Yes.
And all of that.
Yes.
But they have their own production company, her and Barack, called Higher Ground, and their mission is to uplift stories and voices that are behind or that are bending the arc.
Wow.
So some of the guests that we can expect to see on her new podcast, or here rather, include Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Gayle King. All some of my favorites. And then definitely just where all of those people are at differently in their lives and their careers. We have very raw, genuine conversation to hear. So I'm excited for that. And then because the Obamas have been staying really active, especially within the Black community. And releasing statements as well on like the death of Tyree Nichols.
Yes.
And so many different issues that impact the Black community.
Yes.
And then even Malia, 24 years old. She is out here doing it. She has joined Donald Glover for Amazon Prime's Swarm, which premiered on the 17th of this month. And the first episode actually features Chloe Bailey. And they have kind of like a steamy hot sex scene between Chloe Bailey's character and Damson Idris's character. People were it's been a gift.
It's been a thing.
It's been a meme.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. But Bailey actually, during a radio interview she had mentioned that she remembers going to the White House and performing and attending like the egg celebration for like Easter.
Oh wow.
So being able to, she said being able to reflect back on working with Malia, because Malia is a staff writer on the show, and just talking about their growth as women and their roles in the industry. So I thought that was pretty.
That's
see how like
lit.
the whole
it
full
comes
circle.
together. Absolutely. That is lit. I mean, I've always loved. I mean, what's crazy is like for us, our generation, like Obama was really like the only president we knew growing up. Like he was the president for a big chunk of our life. Like I remember I was like 9 when he became president, and how Michelle had so much class and grace as first lady, and she was so much fun. And I didn't appreciate them lunches, girl, but but like just admiring her as a Black woman, like And even now, seeing her outside of the White House, you can definitely tell she is out of the White House because she got her braids and her bling. She didn't put her
And they
her first lady
they
dresses
stay
up.
posting on Instagram, and they
Be
doing
doing it. And she's very open and honest about her relation. Like I would absolutely tune in.
keeping up with the Obamas. I'm telling you,
I would tune in to keep up with the Obamas. I absolutely would. I would, because I think that they're dope. And she's very honest. Like I always watch little clips of her like on panels, interviews, and she says how she is in her relationship, how it was in the White House with her family. So I love them. And shout out to Leah because she
doing it. They're all doing
writer.
it, right?
Like, girl, do you need an intern?
Well, we need a team.
We need a team. We
Call us.
need all that. You need all we need.
Call us.
Bring them all.
Michelle and Barack definitely on my top interview list if I could ever have an opportunity to sit down
without
and just
question.
shake their hands.
Without question. I love, but people really, I don't think people really know that. Like when they were in office, Michelle's approval rates were even higher than Obama's. And people loved Obama, but people really loved Michelle. And he's open about that too. He's like, my wife was so much popular than me. Still is. I love your wife.
I love them all.
I do.
All right, Lay. So are we gonna try and go to the Lollapalooza? Can we go? Can we go?
Somebody get this man.
I'm trying to take Lay everywhere. We're going to the farm. We're going to the bar. We're going to. We're gonna go everywhere.
I don't understand why he thinks that I'm gonna go to this. I done told y'all,
She signed a contract.
It's not gonna. I signed a contract to show up here every Saturday. That is it. Not show up to no farm.
But I think you would want to. I think you. All right. Let's just take the farm out of this. I know I keep bringing it up because it's gonna happen. I could just picture it now. Lollapalooza is. They just announced their festival lineup in Chicago.
Wait a minute. Is Lollapalooza even a farm?
No, we're going to. It's a concert.
Why did I think you?
She thought I was taking her to a Lay. You might need your papers.
Hold on. Bad prop.
She tried it.
I tried it.
So the Lollapalooza Festival is happening at Grant Park in Chicago, August 3rd through August 6th. The lineup includes Billie Eilish, Lana Del Rey, Kendrick Lamar, Diplo, Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe,
I'm glad you
Jid,
said that because
A Boogie with the Hoodie, which is one of my favorite rappers, and so many others. I want to go. So if anybody has connections in Chicago, now would be a good time to tell them that y'all would love to see Ty and Lay's Take today on Hot 93.97 to Lollapalooza, because general tickets are on sale now for the 4-day event, and they begin at $365. So those tickets, and those are only some of the artists that are mentioned. I'm not even like, it's a whole roster.
Yeah.
Y'all can check it out online, and if you're interested in purchasing tickets, lollapalooza.com/tickets. Somebody buy us our tickets so we can go.
I love Kendrick.
Don't kill my vibe.
Why did I think Lollapalooza was a farm? Sound like a farm to me.
Sounds like, I don't know what it sounds like. All right, so real quick, we are going to wrap up today's Trending Today with our last segment called What to Watch. So y'all know Tyler been watching Grown in Gospel. And let me tell you,
he's been obsessed with this.
I am so obsessed with this show. And it is a show that focuses on close-knit ties of the gospel music industry and is produced by Carlos King, which is the former executive producer of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Yo Ratchet TV, and some other shows that were on OWN. But the show is filmed in Detroit, Metro Detroit, and it's just different people that are related to some prominent people in the gospel industry here. So their parents may be gospel singers or pastors. It's a very interesting show. And it basically just kind of shows you the transition and shows these different cast mates that are trying to formulate a life of their own, career-wise, personal life, and the obstacles and hearts being broken and a whole bunch of drama. And it's a good show.
It's going to be good.
It's a good show. So it features an all-star lineup, which includes Elijah Connor, Tasha Page Lockhart, who just recently celebrated a birthday. She reshared our story. So shout outs to her.
Shout out!
Brianne Hammond, Nakia Beach Cole, and Shayna Wilson Williams. So be sure to check that out if you're looking for something to watch this weekend. It gets my approval. And hopefully we can get them on the show soon so we can talk to them and chop it up.
Absolutely. Now wait, Ty. Now you speaking of like what to watch, you know that I kind of have like a obsession with like ratchet TV a little bit.
Oh, do you?
Do you have like a hidden show that you don't want anybody to know you watch?
I don't think so.
I have some. Babe knows that.
What are you watching? What are you making him watch with you?
Oh, he won't watch it with me. He always is so
Smart
mad that I
man.
have it on the TV.
Smart man.
But you know what I watch?
Don't say Maury.
No, I used to watch that. I used to watch that growing up, but not Maury.
What are you watching?
I watched Baddies West on the Zeus Network.
Layy.
I do. I like that ratchet stuff. But it's like I don't support it, but I support because it's so entertaining. And I shouldn't say that I watch that, but I do, y'all. That's my confession today. I watch Baddies West with Krishan Rock. Do you know who Krishan Rock is?
I've heard of her.
I know she's just a little ratchet, but there's a good show that I do watch that just the first episode came out. It was I watched Power Ghost Book 2, season 2 of Power. Why am I saying it wrong? Power Ghost Book 2.
Okay.
So the first episode came out last week. It was good. And then tomorrow I get to watch episode 2, and it's like I'm addicted to it. So,
have you watched the reboot of Bel Air?
I haven't. Have you gotten a
Jabari
chance
Banks? Where are you at? Come on.
You're supposed to. That seems like what I need a ratchet like what you don't want people to know you watch.
I can't help you on that one.
You know me. So you gonna leave me out here by myself?
You on your own. If you leaving me on a farm, yeah, you on your own.
Oh yeah, you do. Okay, well,
you watch Love and Lockup too? Oh, so you just watch all of does Baddies West come on WeTV?
No, it comes on. It comes on Zeus, but
Zeus has a whole lineup of shows.
They do.
I've not
tell you all.
I've not watched a show on the Zeus Network, but I've looked at their personalities.
Like
I've looked it up.
See, so it's entertaining. I mean, with the Love and Lockup, I only watch like clips. I don't watch like on YouTube. I don't watch like the actual show. So I've seen like little clips, but that's a bit much for me. Love and Lockup, I probably could get into it, but it's cool. But
see, I'm your boring 40-year-old housewife that is watching like daytime television. So it starts with the news, so I can know what's going on in the world, and then I gotta watch my Sherry Shepherd. I gotta watch The View. Yeah, I sound like a.
So you like?
I sound like a stay-at-home mom.
You do.
Shout out to
with
y'all
your talk shows
because I love a good. I have a schedule, Layy. I watch Sherry's show religiously. It's to the point where even like different podcasts that I listen to, my phone will send me a reminder every night at 7:00 p.m. and it'll be like, Tyler, now is a good time to watch Jay Towers in the morning or to listen to Jay Towers in the morning. And I'm like,
got you.
My phone knows me. This AI thing is like taking over the game. I was just on Spotify this morning getting ready to come in here, and it was like some automated DJ. I kid you not, on my Spotify. He's like, "What's up? I am so and so," and he has a name and everything. Wow. And he's like, "I am your AI DJ. Here's some tracks to listen to." And then he's like, then the songs will play on its own, and then it's like, "That was the latest song by Drake. Here's another song that you should check out. We're throwing it back with Chantel, Impossible." And I'm like, can Layy and I be the voice? I just want to be the voice of something.
At this point,
can we we could be the people mover voice.
We need something. Where
next stop, Cass Avenue. If y'all now's a good time.
Right on Gratchet.
Why did take you a minute.
Because
You know she was about to give us a Ohio Street.
I
That's what she
was.
was
That's
gonna do.
exactly what I was gonna do. 'Cause
Hey
y'all not
Ohio,
from
we got
here.
viewers and listeners all over. Much
Hey,
love, takers. We
to
love
the
y'all.
419.
We love y'all. But yeah, if y'all are looking for a voiceover artist, Ty and Layy are totally available.
Absolutely.
Let's sign the checks.
Sign them.
Sign, seal, deliver.
I'm yours.
Oh,
You like that? Hey, I know.
that was.
I did
was
that just
good.
for you. Well, listen, I
right.
think that is enough of what's trending today in our Ratchet TV choices.
Her ratchet TV choices.
Okay, you don't have to put me out there. I already put myself.
Oh,
out there.
y'all
Okay,
want to?
sorry.
Oh, I wish I had the video. We got a video of Layy from the premiere of the Randy Rosario show.
No,
And
if
she
you,
was in there.
you know what? Let's moving forward. I think
I got the video.
you don't do that. Don't do that. Don't you
I got
put
the
me,
video.
Don't you put me out there. In front
Do we
of
have
all
this?
our
We don't.
takers.
We probably don't have it,
No.
but we have the Layy exposed. We can start using that.
No,
every
we're not
episode.
putting in there. We're not exposing Lacey anymore. I'm done with
Layy.
it.
I believe it's. Is it that time?
I
Are
think
we
it's
done?
that time. I think it's time.
Now it's time to say goodbye.
I think it's time to let our takers know how they can tie your laces and get motivated. So we always like to kick the week off, going into the week, making sure that people have amazing tie-spiration, as well as some encouraging lay words of wisdom. So I want to give Ty the floor so we can be Tie-spired.
Tie-spiration.
Tie-spiration. We need some tie-spiration.
Sounds like a deodorant.
That-
I'm over here trying to sign multiple
I
deals,
mean, listen,
multiple sources
all-
of income.
all small
income
businesses.
is good.
That's right. All small businesses, hit us up.
Yes, definitely. So usually I do tend to give you guys a pre-planned quote. But I want to take the time. We mentioned it during the beginning of the show. And I just want to reiterate that life is so short. And I think we as a whole spend so much time worried about the minor things. Different things are going to come up in your life, and whether or not you're ready for them or not, you're going to be tested. And I think, don't be afraid to do something that challenges you, or something that you've been putting off for so long. You never know. And just a reminder that life is so short, and I'm a firm believer in trying to manifest my dreams and what we're doing here on the show each and every day. And just don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort, or send that text message today. If I could tell anybody one thing with the passing of my friend, I just want you to check on your loved ones. Check on your loved ones. Pick up the phone if you haven't heard somebody's voice. Schedule a virtual FaceTime check-in or a Zoom. There's so many different resources out there, and we're going to be continuing to spread awareness and make a difference, and really be there as a whole for everybody that may be battling things. You guys we'll have more resources and everything posted up on our social media, but don't be afraid to do something this weekend or this coming week, and take some time to check out and check in on your friends, family, and loved ones, because you never know what they may be battling.